So hi, what's up? It's LaserBro. In the background, there's some Slither.io gameplay. It's a trolling video, whatever. I'll leave a link to that. It's just something instead of like a old-fashioned YouTube story, super lame, super boring, super fast. I have gameplay in the background, like Leafy and Luna and Pyrocircle and algorithms and whatever. So I wanted to talk about. I went to this place called Thompson Island. For like what's the word? For like an overnight field trip for school. So we get on the bus, and everyone is roasting everyone. It's so fun, fun and funny, honestly. I even made a few inappropriate ones, but whatever. I'm not gonna mention that. It was really fun. Everyone had a grand old time. That was probably the first part of the trip. But anyways, so we get there. I feel like the people there, at least at first, were like overly happy. They were like waving and hi, and it seemed a little awkward, honestly. But so we got there. We got into our groups. I wasn't particularly fond of mine, but over time I got so used to it. What they did is you had roommates that you slept with, and it was like a group of like 3 roommates. So first thing we did was we got into circles. We got into plenty of those. I don't even know how I can even stand circles to this day. I don't know why I mentioned that, but whatever. So again, we mentioned circles. I was in a bunch of circles. We did name games and all this stuff. And the first thing we did that was really interesting, it was basically like red light, green light. It was like the basic concept was pretty simple. A bunch of different people have to run over, get this stuffed animal, and bring it back. But every time the adult, and you can only run when the adult is facing the other way, and the adult can't catch you running. So the thing was, like, we eventually did do it. They stressed teamwork a ton, and it got a little bit annoying because it was this weird group. Like, it was just this random group, and they really stressed teamwork. But so what happened was they added this weird backstory about like Lily the lobster, or whatever, which is really weird. Because like it's basic concept, you can't throw it, and you can't hide it in your shirt or something, but it's this weird backstory. And we also did another game that was basically like balance a seesaw, except it's a wooden plank, which is in the shape of like a basic boat. And what happened with that was it got really frustrating because every time you complete it, they make it a little bit harder, but then they're like, go ahead, talk, communicate, plan it out. And then they're like, no, you actually can't do that strategy, that would work. Because it got a little annoying. But then we went over, and after that we had lunch. The food was really good. I had hot dogs. It was really good. The thing was, it was always random, so like it got a little annoying. It wasn't as like, what's the word? Totally inclusive? I don't know. Whatever. They had really good pudding. It was really weird. Not weird, but honestly, the pudding, it was like solid-ish. You know, random thing. I don't know why I mentioned that. So then after we're done with lunch, we go to this thing that's really cool. It's called the Alpine Tower. It's basically like rock climbing, except you have like someone holding you and belaying you and all that stuff, and you learn that good stuff. And that was pretty fun. I got it 2/3 of the way up-ish. It was like 62 feet tall, so I got about 45 feet up. I got more than halfway for sure. I was pretty proud of what I did. It was pretty fun. For the time you waited and for what you did, I don't know if it was quite worth it, because I feel like each time someone went, it took a while, and you didn't get that much progress for the speed at which it went. And even I'm guilty of this too. Like, one person went straight up, and kudos to him. But there was also other jobs. There was like 6 roles. There was five roles, and what I mean roles, like jobs you had to do, or you could do. And there was only one person who can go at a time, which kind of stunk. We didn't even get the best Alpine Tower. I had to go on the hard one or whatever. And so I get back, and then I mean, we do a few more group stuff and a few more challenges or whatever, and then we have like free time, I guess, where I just played soccer for a while, and that was really fun. It actually reminded me of something I did the year before when you played soccer in gym, and when I used to play it back when I lived in LA. But another thing that I want to mention, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so then after that we have dinner, and there was actually nothing I liked there. So they still got me hot dogs, so good job to them. I'm glad they have a really good staff. And then we did this thing after that. We did this really weird thing where like we got in like a group and like shared thoughts and activities, and like we had bracelets for each other about like thankfulness and all this weird stuff. And one of the things that was annoying about this, you'd been around them all day and you were kind of tired of them. Like usually, like when you're around like a separate table, you share your thoughts because it might be the only time you get to see them throughout the day, or one of the only times. But we had seen them all day, and we still need to like remember it and like share it and share our thoughts on that. Really, I mean, it got a little cheesy, but whatever. There was one guy in the group that was so annoying. I disliked him for a while. I'm not gonna mention him. He is really tall, and he's really arrogant. He's just so incredibly arrogant. But anyways, after that, we go on the beach, hang out there, then we go back to the dorms, hang out there, go to sleep. Sleeping was fine. We wake up, then we pretty much like have breakfast, then we go back. That was pretty much it. The way back wasn't really as fun. It was more just like remembering stuff. I didn't really do that much. So is there anything else I want to mention? There was stuff with my ex that happened, my relationships, and stuff that has to do with like relationships and stuff. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna say that there was stuff that happened with my ex that'd be interesting, and tell me if you want that for a video. Comment below, cause that I guess would be interesting, but I need your consent. Now I'll have it. Blah blah blah. Stuffy. Stuffy. I have no idea why I said that. Just comment your thoughts. Please like or dislike the video. I'm so fine with dislikes. I don't get sour over dislikes. If you dislike my content, you dislike my content. That's why you give it a dislike. If you want to see more of it, subscribe, and bye, I guess.